A steamy afternoon on the farm. The 12th-ranked Stanford women's soccer team looks to remain undefeated as they face the Cal Poly Mustangs right here on the Pac-12 network. The Card are fresh off a huge victory over 8th-ranked Penn State on Thursday. Freshman Ali Montoya earning her first collegiate goal in the 37th minute, connecting with another freshman, Jasmine Ike. Puts this one away to put Stanford on top. Montoya wasn't done though. She puts away a deflection in the box in the 55th minute. A nice finish here to give the Cardinal a 2-0 victory on Thursday night. Talk about a balanced attack. 4 Cardinal players have a brace in their first 4 games. Samantha Williams, Amy Sayer, Lumi Kosmeyer, and Montoya all getting it done for the Card. This team is loaded with scoring threats, which makes them so difficult to defend. On the Cal Poly side, another freshman to watch. Number 37, Emily Lieber, earned Big West Offensive Player of the Week and Freshman of the Week honors after notching a pair of game-winning assists last weekend. The Mustangs with a big set of road victories last weekend over Sacramento State and Big Ten foe Minnesota. They look to keep that momentum going as they face one of the best teams in the country here at Kagan Stadium. Kickoff coming up in just a moment right here on the Pac-12 Network. Welcome back to the farm. Today's Pac-12 women's soccer match brought to you by Clean Simple Eats. Eat clean, keep it simple, get results. And by Sprouts Farmers Market, the official grocer of the Pac-12. We've got a great one coming up for you. The 12th-ranked Stanford women's soccer team hosting the Cal Poly Mustangs, coming to the farm looking for a major upset. Cal Poly with an interesting roster, 11 seniors on this team. Head coach Alex Crozier said he's hoping they'll be culture champions in this season and help lead the younger players in this group to another successful season. There's a look at your starters for the Cal Poly Mustangs. On the Stanford side, a little bit of the opposite. 9 freshmen joined this Stanford roster, one of them making the start today, Elise Evans, the center back, number 2 in the backfield for the Card. And a lot of senior leadership on this team. Maya Doms looking to lead this attack after an outstanding junior season. However, the Card just with such a balanced attack. 4 players with a brace, including 2 of those freshmen. Ali Montoya getting the brace in Thursday night's win over Penn State. Lumi Kosmeyer getting a brace just a few weeks ago as the Card took on USF. And we are underway here at Kagan Stadium in today's Pac-12 Network broadcast. So glad to have you with us. I'm Kylan Mills. The Cardinal looking to improve to 5-0 on the season in today's match. They remain undefeated through their first 4 matches. And you can see them jumping on the ball early, looking to apply some pressure here. Cal Poly, 2-2 on the season. However, they're coming off a pair of historic victories last weekend, defeating Sacramento State on the road 1-0 for the first time in a decade. Prior to that, defeating Minnesota 1-0, their first win over a Big Ten opponent in a decade. And we have a shot already fired off for the Cardinal. The Cardinal already getting space in the middle of the field. You see the feed here to Julia Leontini in the midfield. She has space, she takes a crack at it. A diving save by Mackenzie Samuel, the goalkeeper for Cal Poly. And Stanford has their first corner kick on the match. Interesting, an outswinger on the right foot into the 6. Floating up towards Samuel. She makes a save, it's bouncing. Cal Poly able to clear it away just out of pressure. You saw Abby Grubel standing over that corner. She takes most of the set pieces for Stanford. Interesting though, that was an outswinger with her right foot. She was able to get it in a dangerous position though, just at the edge of the 6. The Mustangs looking to get out of pressure here early on in this match. Really tough to defend this Stanford team when they have so many threats in the midfield and up top. We talked before the match about 4 players with a brace in 4 games. Talking to the Stanford SID, Tyler Gevitt, we're trying to figure out if that's ever happened in Stanford women's soccer history. And several of those players, freshmen, I mentioned Montoya and Kostmeyer. Also, both those times, we've seen players off the bench earning a brace. The Cards swing one in, but no one there to get on the end of it. A ball swung in. Maya Doms looking to deflect towards goal. She's off target, however. Free kick, or rather goal kick for Samuel. Head coach Paul Ratcliffe said it's really impressive with the Stanford squad. They can make substitutions, and sometimes the level of play is elevated because they have so much depth on this team and talent and skill even beyond the starting 11. The Mustangs connecting some passes in their defensive third, looking to get into the attack. The Stanford defense, though, really solid. The freshman Evans on the ball right now. She's a player Ratcliffe identified as being really impressive early on in preseason. He said it's hard to take her off the field because she does such a good job in back, has shown a lot of maturity early on in that season at that center back position. You have to really communicate and be able to direct the players around you and have a lot of confidence. Not easy to do for a freshman making the adjustment to the college game. Evans has done really well, though, early on in the Stanford season. They're on the attack now in the 18. Sayer looking to find someone. Angie, a little flick forward, a cheeky effort. However, the Mustangs able to get on the end of that one and clear it away. Cal Poly with some room to connect some passes in their defensive third, but they just can't connect with anyone up top. Here we go, Stanford on the attack. Rubenstein with the interception. Rubel to Doms. That one won't go. Angie gets called for the foul. She is... Here's head coach Paul Ratcliffe. These two coaches, man, this is a clash of the Titans. Ratcliffe with 343 wins here on the farm, one of the winningest coaches in NCAA Division I women's college soccer. And he has done just such an impressive job here on the farm. 3 national championships, 9 Pac-12 titles under Ratcliffe. Rubenstein just on the ball at the outside back position. She's a senior captain on this team. Comes in with a lot of experience. Ratcliffe says she's shown a lot of leadership. She also can be dangerous getting into the attacks, looking to swing balls in and find players in the box. Stanford doesn't play with traditional outside midfielders, as you would see with a 4-4-2, and that gives some room for the outside backs to really get forward. Cal Poly trying to find that freshman sensation, number 37, Emily Lieber, but it will go wide. The Cardinal now with a throw in their defensive third. 6 minutes underway here at Kagan Stadium. The 12th ranked Stanford Cardinal hosting Cal Poly. Coach Ratcliffe told me they're really trying to use this time ahead of conference play to get a lot of different players, a lot of looks. I expect to see a lot of substitution in today's match. Also a factor, 92 degrees here on the farm, meaning it will be really important to give players some breaks, make sure everyone's staying hydrated and that no one's overexerting themselves. I expect to see a lot of subs for both teams, as coaches are still trying to evaluate players ahead of conference competition. Big ball forward. Williams, incredible speed, gets a little touch. Sayer, a beautiful pass, and Angie just taps it wide. A nice piece of work there by the Cardinal. And you first see it with Williams running down that ball. Sayer, a beautiful slotted ball through forward, rather to Leontini, who just got on the end of that ball. Unfortunately, just wide off to the left. The Cardinal, such a good job of finding feet and really connecting in their midfield and offensive third. Coach Ratcliffe said that's a key piece of this Stanford offense, playing possession-style soccer, finding feet, and then choosing moments to get forward with numbers quickly. Grubel standing over the corner kick once again. She'll play a short corner in. Williams swinging a ball in, top of the 6. A header off Doms will go into the hands of Samuel. The Cardinal looking to catch the Cal Poly defenders a little bit off guard with a short corner. Williams, a pretty good ball played in there, a little bit more lofted than you'd like to see. A driven ball makes it more difficult for the defenders to handle. However, Doms able to get there first, get her head on it, just right into the hands of Samuel. The Mustangs looking to get something going, and they're attacking third. Stanford collecting it. There's Angie in that defensive midfielder role. She does a lot for this Cardinal team, really battling on the 50-50 balls, as well as controlling the pace, maintaining possession as the Card look to get forward in the attack. A nice ball through. Lieber looking to get on the end of it. A cross played on the ground, cleared away, out of pressure. A potentially threatening situation for Cal Poly. A hard foul right around midfield. Amy Sayer goes down and the whistle's blown. That last cross in from Lieber, that is what she does so well for the Mustangs. Coach Crozier said she's really been impressive with her play on the flank early on in this season. She is excellent at being able to pinpoint crosses onto the feet of her teammates to give them an easy finish. That's how she was able to notch a pair of game-winning assists last weekend. Paige Rubenstein looking to find someone on the far side. Just a little bit off target, that'll go over the end line. Samuel with the goal kick. Rubenstein pressing forward. Some good pressure on that far side from Williams and Rubenstein. The Cardinal really making a splash early on in the season, earning that top 10 national ranking. They were also selected by the Pac-12 coaches to finish atop the Pac-12 in their preseason coaches poll for the 7th time in 8 seasons, by the way. Well, they do have a lot of returning players. This freshman class just really loaded with talent and a lot of local players as well. A nice little touch there by Sayer, just off target. Some physical play in the midfield. Number 13, Brennan Cole, going shoulder to shoulder with Rubenstein, battling for that ball. Expect this to be a physical match. Nice touch by Kennedy Wesley to find Grubel's feet off the bounce. Wesley, another team captain for the Card, playing in that center back role. She was a all Pac-12 third team selection as a junior, anchoring a back line that limited opponents to 0.85 goals per game. They also notched 9 shutouts. Wesley with a lot of experience here on the farm. Rubenstein getting forward in the attack, breaks free, has space in front of her, a beautiful ball played through. Can Doms get there? She's there first. And a little touch back, Grubel now on net, and it's a beautiful strike. It's in, Abby Grubel puts the Card on the board first. Stanford takes a 1-0 lead over Cal Poly in the 11th minute. Abby Grubel wastes no time with that one-touch finish, does an excellent job staying over the ball, really pointing her toe down and striking it on net. as she sees Samuel a little bit off her line. Great vision by Grubel. Her second on the season. Grubel's first goal in the season came against Santa Barbara. She started all 4 matches for the Card. And we approach the 12-minute mark. Stanford with a 1-0 lead over Cal Poly. Thanks to a nice look by wing Abby Grubel. Grubel, another player with a lot of experience. She's a graduate student, was a member of that 2019 national champion team as a sophomore. She played in all 25 games at midfield and forward in that season, scoring 3 goals and notching 3 assists. We have a hard foul at midfield. A Cal Poly player on the turf. Hopefully she's okay. Sayer gives her a little tap. That's Camille LaFay who went down in that last collision. She's a team captain for the Mustangs, senior midfielder. And she's up, a smile on her face. That's always good to see when you've got a tough fall early on in the match. She's up, she's jogging. Camille Fay looks to be okay, as Cal Poly will get a free kick. And she's now jostling around, looking to get on the end of this one. It'll go towards Fay, a header across. Easily collected by Stanford goalkeeper Ryan Campbell now, who looks to redistribute. She'll play a ball out to Evans, the impressive freshman, as Stanford now makes its way up the left flank. You can see just some really nice combination play from Stanford in the middle third of the field, finding feet. Here goes Williams looking now for the entry pass. Possession is something really important to the Stanford team. Another hard play at midfield, but no foul called. Angie getting on the end of that one, able to one-touch it to her teammate. Williams now on the right side, looking to get in. Williams, incredible speed, gets the cross off. Ahead from Sayer, just wide. Williams, a little slow down, speed up move, and she does have incredible speed, able to get that cross off on her right foot in a dangerous position at the top of the 6. Sayer just not quite able to redirect it on goal. Williams really a pacey player on that right flank. Here we go, Stanford on the attack again. Nice touch there by Lieber. And a nice little step over move by LaFay. You can see a lot of skill on this Cal Poly team. They were Big West Conference regular season co-champions last year, and they fell in the conference title game to the top-seeded UC Irvine. Samantha Williams' shot just rolls into the hands of Mackenzie Samuel in goal. Leontini able to get the turnover in the midfield, and Stanford with possession again. You can see here Stanford with some space. Ivani Brandt on the ball there. Another turnover in the center of the field for Cal Poly, and Stanford looks to go the other way. With time, with space, Wesley looking forward, Grubel on the left side trying to make something happen. Nice cut by Grubel to get it back on her right foot, a dangerous ball played into the 6. Dom's hand up. She wants the call for a corner. Abby Grubel does well on the ball with a scissors and then a cut to get that ball on her right foot, which she loves. Gets the cross off. Dom's hand is up. She says, I didn't touch it. Corner kick. Unfortunately, the officials think otherwise. Samuel gets the goal kick, and they're up into the attack. Space now for LaFay, rather. LaFay looking forward, trying to find someone. A nice ball played to a streaking Megan Hansen. Hansen played across the box. No Mustangs able to get on the end of it. A really dangerous play for Cal Poly, and the ball stays in the field. They had two players crashing that far side wide open. Stanford has to do a better job of marking really close in the 18. They've got to be man marking, touch tight, do not give them any space. Cal Poly had two players crashing with no one on them on that last cross. You can see this Cal Poly team really strong off the cross. That's something they've done well this season, according to Coach Crozier. That's how their game-winning goal came against Sacramento State. They swing balls in, and they just look to get a lot of numbers in the box, try to get on the end of it. Stanford has to be really, really careful. They have to communicate, make sure everyone's marking touch tight. As they look to get forward now on the right side. Rubenstein looking to swing a big ball across. She does so, trying to find Grubel. Headed away, though, by Kylie Rojas, the senior outside back for Cal Poly. Rojas starting all 4 games for Cal Poly. Short corner played in. Williams swinging one, but a little bit too much on it, past the edge of the 6. Doms can't control it, and it'll be a goal kick for Samuel. Number 8, Rojas for Cal Poly. A senior outside back with a lot of experience. Coach Crozier jokingly said Rojas and the other outside back, Cameron Penn, are known affectionately on this team as the Twin Towers because they are both 5'1" in stature. He said they're small, but they are mighty. Both players with a lot of experience, very good on the ball, and very solid at the outside back position. The Mustangs looking to get forward. The Mustangs with some space. LaFay trying to find Lieber on that right outside, but it's deflected away. LaFay is another player to watch as she gets a little 1-2 touch. A nice ball there. She was a United Soccer Coach's All-West Region first-team selection last season, was named Big West Conference Midfielder of the Year and All-Big West first team. She finished 4th among conference players with 8 goals and 6th with 19 points. Here come the Card. Doms finds Leontini. Leontini with some space, looked to have a go herself, but it's deflected away. The Cardinal will look to go again. Williams, a nice move. Tries to thread the needle between 2 Cal Poly defenders. Nice turn by Williams. She says, I see that little space. Looks like that actually might have been a nutmeg. She just can't quite get around him to get on the other end of the ball. She just tapped forward. Williams, a really, really fast and skilled player on that right wing. Stanford trying to connect, but they can't get out of their defensive third. Big ball played forward for the Mustangs. Great work by Angie to win that ball back. She uses her body to gain possession, and the Card looked to get forward quickly. Williams again on the right side, looking to make something happen. A cut. And that's a clear-cut foul. As Williams goes down, flag is up. Yeah, you can see no play on the ball there, playing the body to try to stop Williams from going forward. That's an easy call for the AR, and the flag was up quickly. The Cardinal now with a set piece in a dangerous position. The Card with a really better run of play here early on in this match. 20 minutes in the books. Stanford with 10 shots, 4 corner kicks, and now a dangerous set piece. Grubel standing over it. Grubel to the edge of the 6. Doms leaping. Just flicks off her head, but she can't get it on goal. That's a well-played cross by Abby Grubel. A well-struck ball into the top of the 6 where she has players running on. Just the timing a little bit off. Doms couldn't get a clear head on that ball to really redirect it with power towards goal. It just kind of tapped off her and flicked over the end line. She could have held that run just a minute or two, rather a couple seconds or two. She may have got a better piece of that. Rubenstein gets there first into Leontini. Here comes Cal Poly looking to make something happen. Beautiful ball played forward. LaFay on goal. LaFay goes down in the box. She lays there in a little tap of her hands like she was hoping for a call. An excellent ball played forward. LaFay gets there first. The touch to the edge of the 18. Didn't look like there was a whole lot of contact. Not enough to call a penalty kick there. I understand her frustration. Those 2 Stanford defenders there to get in the way, but just didn't look like there was any clear-cut contact or push for her to go down. Rubenstein now serves a ball in. Cleaned up by Samuel. She looks to punt the other way. Lieber to LaFay, and that's really a deadly combo for Cal Poly. They've had some really nice play here early on as we approach the 23rd minute mark. LaFay, a nice pass forward. Hansen on the ball, looking to make something happen. Not a lot of space. She'll go back, and Dom slides to just tip that ball away and out of bounds. A flick from Lieber into the center of the field, and Angie will boot it forward. Stanford can't quite get control here, those last couple of touches. And now they have possession as they look to go the other way. Through the first 24 minutes of action, a nice job by Cal Poly. When they do have space, they're connecting some passes in the middle of the field and then finding that entry pass forward. They played a couple slotted balls through. Really finding that space between Stanford defenders, making it really difficult for them to have to turn. They've got their backs to the ball, running at their own goal, trying to handle some of those balls forward. It's created some problems and some very close calls, as Cal Poly has created some chances. They just haven't quite been able to get that shot off. Leontini has some time. She flicks one forward to Doms. A great find. Doms into the hands of Samuel, who comes out to smother it. A really nice flick here by Leontini. Just chips this ball forward onto the left foot of Doms. It's her and Samuel. Samuel does well to come out, be big, cut off the ankle for Doms, and make it difficult for her to get a shot off. A really, really great piece of goalkeeping from Mackenzie Samuel on this Cal Poly side. And we have some substitutions. Jasmine Ike, the freshman, into the game for Sierra Engie in the midfield. And we also have Catherine Paulson entering the game, playing on the left wing. Expect to see a lot of substitutions in this match as it is 90 degrees. Also, head coach Paul Ratcliffe says he really wants to use these non-conference matches to give all of his players some action, get them some experience. Ratcliffe says it takes an entire team and it takes a lot of depth to win a national championship. The Stanford squad knows something about that. Cal Poly getting forward again through LaFay. LaFay smothered by Elise Evans. Evans did well to step up and find the right time to make the tackle on LaFay, clearing that ball out of pressure. As we approach the 26-minute mark, it looks like there's going to be a call for a water break in this first half. The officials, staff members of both schools determining it's best for the safety of all players to take a hydration break right around the 25-minute mark in the first half. So both sides will head over to get some water. As it is 92 degrees, sunny, 3 p.m. here on the farm. A very, very hot one for today's match between the Cardinal and the Mustangs. Stanford on top, 1-0 early on in this one. They've created 12 shots and 4 corner kicks. However, a lot of credit goes to this Cal Poly goalkeeper, Mackenzie Samuel. She's made some impressive saves, a couple of diving saves. That last one, she just smothered Maya Doms. Basically a one-on-one, Doms and the goalkeeper. We'll take another look at it. A great flick forward by Leontini. Doms gets past her defender. It's her and Samuel. Samuel just does so well to come out, be big, and really make that a tough angle. It's on the left foot of Doms, perfectly placed. Samuel just does so well to come out and smother that ball. Lumi Kosmeyer, another substitution in for the Cardinals. She's walking up top. Another freshman who's made quite the impact in this young season for the Card. She had the brace when Stanford played USF just a few weeks ago. Kosmeyer tied with Samantha Williams to lead the team in points. Kosmeyer has 7 points on 3 goals and 1 assist. She's played in 4 games with 1 start in this early season. Kosmeyer has done really well to adjust to the fast speed of play at this high Division I level of competition. Kosmeyer playing really physical, really fast, really aggressive. You'll see her pressuring every ball up top in that striker position. And she's not afraid to take a crack at it either. A really strong left foot. She's had a couple ping off the crossbar in several of Stanford's recent matches. Kosmeyer, a definite scoring threat up top for the Cardinal. Stanford continuing to press as we are back underway after a hydration break in the 26th minute here at Kagan Stadium. Loads of space for Ike in the midfield as she connects a couple of passes. Rubenstein with space on the right side, but she'll cut in, finds Kosmeyer's feet. Kosmeyer, you see that skill. Kosmeyer has a great touch on the ball, keeps the ball right under her. It's like, looks like she has the ball on a string when it's at her feet. Again, she's really done well to adjust to the college level. Cal Poly looking to get something going here as they trail 1-0 in this first half of action. Stanford connecting some passes. Kosmeyer looking for a teammate. Paulson just gets caught up. A couple defenders around here, and here comes Ike. Another freshman with some really impressive foot skills. Doesn't quite connect there. Leontini does well to battle and win that ball, playing a little shoulder to shoulder. And we have a great ball out wide. Montoya coming in. A ball played across to Paulson. She just can't get there. Well done by Ali Montoya, getting forward quickly. Montoya wastes no time getting into that space in the corner, using her speed And then playing a nice ball across on the ground in the 6. Paulson takes a tumble as she tries to get on the end of it. Well played by Montoya to look to get that cross off on the ground for Paulson to hopefully get a foot on it. Ratcliffe mentioned the level of play can actually increase for the Stanford team when they inject some fresh legs because they do have so much depth. The ball forward, Kosmeyer looking to get some space. She's smothered by 2 defenders. Back to goal now. And a little chip from Sayer out wide to Paulson. Paulson now just outside the 18. Paulson battling. Well defended by Cal Poly. Kosmeyer swings a dangerous ball in, but no one can collect. Ike trying to get a foot on it, but she is well marked. Stanford just battling really hard in the 18. Kosmeyer swings a nice ball in with her left foot. Trying to find Ike. And we have a substitution for Cal Poly. Annette Greenlee entering the pitch for Cameron Penn. Greenlee, number 33, a senior out of Los Gatos, California. Right here in the Bay Area. Collected by Samuel as she'll look to distribute and hopefully get this Cal Poly team going on offense. Cal Poly has done well in the first half of this first half, connecting when they can and then finding slotted balls forward and through balls forward. Emily Lieber and Camille Lefay, just 2 really dangerous forward attacking players rather for the Mustangs. Here come the Card again. Leontini to Ike. Ike with loads of space. Ike outside the 18. She'll go herself over the crossbar. Ike had so much space there outside the 18. I don't mind taking a chance there and taking a crack at it. She just has to stay over the ball. Try to drive that ball low and on frame. And we have another substitution for the Card. Number 20, Andrea Kitahara enters the match for Paige Rubenstein. Kitahara, another potentially impact player for this Cardinal offense. She missed preseason and Stanford's first match while she was playing with the U20 U.S. Women's National Team in the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup in Costa Rica. Some great experience for Kitahara to play at that international level. And here she comes. Kitahara on that right side looking to get the ball back. Instead, a cross is off. Cleared away by Cal Poly, but Stanford maintains possession. Kitahara again, a little give and go. Ball played out wide. Montoya looking for the cross. Ball on the ground, cleared away and out of pressure by the Mustangs. Andrea Kitahara coming in off the bench. She started 19 of 20 matches last season as a freshman. She was second on the team in points with 14 on 4 goals and 6 assists. However, missed some time early on in the season. Head coach Paul Ratcliffe telling me she has to earn her way back into a starting role. Really something respectful, or that you've got to respect from a head coach. He said no one gets special treatment on this team. Everyone's got to work hard, put in the time, put in the work. He said Kitahara, a really talented player, but he's got to work her back into the lineup. Surely she will be an impact player come conference action. Header by Kosmeyer trying to find Leontini in the middle, but it's cleared away. Cal Poly with some space now. In the middle of the field. Ball looking for Lieber, intercepted. Paulson coming forward with speed. Paulson cuts middle. Finds Ike. Ike will play it one more wide to Montoya. Montoya, oh wow. And it's a beautiful flick from Ike back to freshman Lumi Kosmeyer. Just an incredible piece of skill work here. Montoya does well to find that ball on the ground across, and then a really cheeky flick by Ike to land that ball on the feet of Lumi Kosmeyer. She might have even caught Kosmeyer off guard. She just leaned back a little bit, trying to get the one-touch shot off, and it's not on frame. Really like that creative piece of work, though, by the freshman. Jasmine Ike, number 12, a freshman who Ratcliffe said has really come out and impressed early on in the season. She notched her first assist of the season in that 2-0 win against Penn State on Thursday by playing a really nice slotted ball between defenders to Ali Montoya, who had the finish. Here comes Cal Poly. Kennedy Wesley will control it, play it back to Campbell in goal. And Stanford back in possession. Evans and Wesley playing with it here on the near side. Looking to find that entry pass into a midfielder or forward, not quite on, so they'll switch fields and go the other way. Kitahara with some space on the right flank. Kitahara, nice scissors move, cutting middle with speed, but she is smothered by two Cal Poly defenders. Here comes Wesley, getting into the attack, finds Paulson in the left corner. Paulson with a defender on her, now two. Trying to make something happen, and it'll go over the end line. That's going to be called as a goal kick for Mackenzie Samuel. And we have another set of substitutions coming up for the Card. Katie Duwong entering the match, as well as Kelly Pagador, number 27, you see, running onto the field. Sophomore defender out of Roseville, California. Stanford wasting no time, making several substitutions in this match. Coach Ratcliffe said this is possibly the deepest team he has ever coached in his 20 years here at the helm at Stanford. In this young season, Stanford has 13 players with at least 1 point, meaning they've notched an assist or scored a goal. Really just an impressive balance in the attack. Some nice pressure by Montoya. She'll win the ball, coming up the right flank, using her speed, trying to get a cross off, working in the corner. Finds Sayer, the cross into the back of the 6. Paulson able to get a head on it, headed it down. Samuel's there though. Montoya to Duwong rather, who swings that cross in right to the head of Paulson. Paulson did well to leap up in the air, get that ball down. Evans bumped off the ball, 42, Kaylee Button looking for a shot. She strips, Stanford goes the other way. Evans has got to be careful on the ball here in the defensive third. That last possession, a rare occurrence where she is bumped off the ball and unable to win it. Cal Poly doing well to apply pressure when they can to this Stanford defense. Ike looks forward, a beautiful ball to Montoya. Montoya fakes the cross, finds the cross on her left foot, played back and outside the 18. She just couldn't quite get her hips around it. to square up and get that left foot to swing it inside the 18. Stanford back in possession, though. Just a little bit too much on that pass by Avani Brandt, trying to find the feet of Kitahara. And we have another substitution. Both teams making some substitutions here. Kate Reedy coming on for Cal Poly, while the freshman Logan Smith makes her second collegiate appearance here in this young season. Montoya working. Montoya finds Duong, who cracks one just off a defender's shins. Kitahara working. Kitahara battling. Gets possession. A pass to Duong. Duong tries to make something happen with her right foot. Looking for Kosmeyer across the box, and it'll be intercepted. Cal Poly now on the counterattack. Some space on that left side. Emily Needham with the ball. Needham unable to make something happen. Stanford with a throw. A dangerous ball played back where Kitahara almost was able to get there first. And that one's an easy pickup for Elise Evans. Duong calling for Kitahara to show for her. Duong, a nice little touch. Goes the other direction in the middle. Ike streaking forward. Duong looking to make something happen. A flick to Kosmeyer. A little push sends defender Emma Brown flying. However, she's able to knock it out of play and out of pressure. Stanford with another corner kick here as we approach the 41st minute of action at Kagan Stadium. The Card on top, 1-0. Montoya, the freshman, standing over this corner kick. Ball played into the box, back of the 6, a dangerous spot. Cleared away. Duong looks to take another chance, and it's in. The freshman sensation, Elise Evans, puts it in on the flick with her head. Stanford takes a 2-0 lead, bouncing ball. Duong just takes a chance, flicking it forward with the inside of that right foot. How about Evans able to turn her body, redirect that ball on goal? That's not easy to do. Really well played by Evans, turning the body and flicking at the same time. She scores her first collegiate goal here on the farm. Stanford takes a 2-0 lead in the 41st minute here at Kagan Stadium, on top of Cal Poly in this first half. Stanford with 16 shots and 6 corner kicks. They did just a really good job to continue battling in that box. You notice Stanford looking to win that second ball, that third ball, on every single cross, on every single corner kick. Players like Evans staying in position, waiting to hopefully collect a second or third chance. And that's exactly what she did on that last goal. Stanford, just beautiful piece of work. Kosmeyer trying to take one herself, but it'll go wide, high and wide. It's a short goal kick played in by Samuel. Stanford battling on that right flank. Duong really fighting that center midfielder position. She does well to maintain possession. Montoya now on the ball on the right side, trying to get a cross off. She sends one through. It's onto the head of Kitahara, but right into the hands of Samuel. Montoya, so dangerous on that right side. When you see her slow up with the ball at her feet, you've got to expect she's going to make a move here. She cuts it, just a little bit of space, gets it onto her left foot, swings in another dangerous cross. She's been doing that all afternoon since she entered the pitch. There she finds Kitahara, puts it right on her head. You'll also notice Kitahara does well, just creates a little bit of space from her defender, number 27, Annie Larson. She just can't get it past Samuel, who did what she could to try to be big on that goal line. A free kick now for Cal Poly. Number 22, Ansley Connor, standing over it. The edge of the 18. And Ryan Campbell hops up, collects this one for the Card. Campbell really asserting herself as the starting keeper for the Card early on in the season. She's made 9 saves, including 5 against Penn State on Thursday. She really had an excellent showing to secure the shutout for Stanford. Campbell, coming into the season, didn't have a lot of collegiate experience, playing in 5 matches as a sophomore, did not play as a freshman. However, she does have a lot of experience at a high level. She's played in national team camps from the U14 to U17 levels. Also played for the SoCal Blues at the club level. Team was ECNL national champions several times. Campbell appears ready to really take on this starting goalkeeper role. Again, with just an impressive showing against Penn State. Haley Craig, the sophomore goalkeeper, also keeping Campbell on her toes, according to Ratcliffe. He says they're 2 good friends who also make each other better every day in training. Montoya on the cross again. Montoya finds the head of Ike, who is streaking forward. Another great save by Samuel. Montoya just crossing it in all day from that right side. Puts the ball right on the head of Ike. And that'll be time here in the first half at Kagan Stadium. Stanford leading Cal Poly 2-0 after 45. Stanford getting on the board twice early on in this one. And we'll be right back here at Kagan Stadium. Glad to have you with us here on the Pac-12 Network. Second half action coming up just ahead. Welcome inside of a scorching Kagan Stadium for today's soccer match. Pac-12 women's soccer brought to you by Clean Simple Eats. Eat clean, keep it simple, get results. And by Sprouts Farmers Market, the official grocer of the Pac-12. Today we've got soccer going on, however, a lot going on in the football season. Saturday, buckle up because it's time for week 2 of football. Tune into Pac-12 Network for a triple scoop of gridiron action as number 7 Utah, UCLA, and number 11 Oregon all take the field for another wild weekend on the gridiron. Pre-game coverage begins Saturday at 9:30 a.m. on the Pac-12 Network, or download and stream each game live wherever you might be with Pac-12 Now. A really exciting slate as the college football season is underway. Stanford football off to a strong start here on the farm. They defeat Colgate 41-10 in their season opener yesterday. They snap a 7-game losing streak dating back to last season, 10-2 in home openers under head coach David Shaw. Their quarterback Tanner McKee returning, and he put up some impressive numbers yesterday. 22 of 27, throwing for 308 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception. He looked really comfortable under center for the Cardinal. E.J. Smith, the running back, also looking really impressive, 118 yards. He also broke wide open for one of those 2 touchdowns. Michael Wilson led the air attack with 5 receptions, 82 yards, 2 TDs. The Cardinal football team looking really good early on in this season. They're hoping to bounce back from a little bit of a disappointing finish last season. Cardinal hoping to be bowl eligible and to really make a run at that Pac-12 conference title. Back here inside of Kagan Stadium, players on both teams trying to hydrate as it is a hot one here at Stanford. 93 degrees at kickoff. Now dropped to a cool 91 degrees here at this 4 o'clock hour. It has been hot, hot, hot though. There was a brief hydration break at the 25-minute mark of the first half. A lot of substitutions for both teams as well, as both coaches are really still trying to evaluate the talent they have, what pieces fit best in different places, and they want to get players on both teams a lot of experience, get them some action. And also the heat being a major factor in both coaches really being active with their subs through the first 45 minutes of play. Stanford leads Cal Poly 2-0 as we get ready for kickoff here in the second half. The Mustangs, they're gonna have their work cut out for them if they want to try to even the score here. This Stanford offense, just so explosive. 4 players with braces early on in this young season. After their first 3 games, Stanford led the nation in shots on goal per game with 14.6. They also are ranked 3rd in the nation in goals per game and shots per game. The thing about the Stanford offense, there's not one player you need to watch. While senior forward Maya Doms is coming off an impressive season, they have so many different players that can get into the attack and really be a threat on goal. As we've seen 13 different players earn a point through the first 4 games for the Stanford Cardinal. Kickoff just a couple moments away, as you can see in the second half. The senior captain, Maya Doms, standing over the ball here as we get ready to get underway. Doms with a team best 25 points on 11 goals and 3 assists in her junior season. Coach Ratcliffe said he's really impressed by her ability to take players one-on-one. He also says her speed of play and her ability just to score and find the net is what makes her so explosive up top. As a junior, she also was a United Soccer Coaches All-America 3rd team selection, All-Region 1st team selection, and a Pac-12 1st team selection. Really a player with a lot of experience, also a team captain looking to set the standard for the newcomers here. Ali Montoya looking to make something happen here on the right side. As we see Montoya and Ike still in the game here as the second half action is underway at Kagan Stadium. Andrea Kitahata, another player still in the game, and a really impactful player for this Cardinal offense. Montoya been doing such a good job of creating just a little bit of space on the right side to get the cross off. We saw it on that last play once again. Sometimes it's as simple as a slow down, speed up, change of pace, sometimes just a little cut. And she doesn't need a lot of space to be able to get a dangerous cross off and try to find one of her teammates in the box. Stanford with 19 shots in that first half, creating 6 corner kicks as well and a couple of set pieces. That second goal off the head of Elise Evans coming after a scramble on a corner. Stanford has done really well to continue to chase down the second ball, the third ball. They're not giving up on it. They're also doing well, really challenging those 50-50 balls in the middle of the pitch. Brandt barely able to get that off, but she does find now Montoya on the ball. Kitahata, a little scissors. She looks on goal, but it will go wide. Kitahata looking to strike with her left foot, just didn't quite get her hips around to get that ball on frame. You can see the footwork there by Kitahata, though. She has such quick feet and incredible ball control. She did a nice little scissors move just to create some space from the defender to try to create a shot. It's interesting, we do have Kitahata, it looks like, lining up at that outside back position, which isn't something she's previously played for the Cardinal. However, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, these outside backs do have room to get forward. They have space because Stanford does not play with a traditional outside midfield position. And here goes Kitahara again. Doms looks to go herself. A nice strike with a right foot, however, right into the hands of Samuel. Samuel doing everything she can between the pipes to keep this Cal Poly team in this game. She has 10 saves through the first 48 minutes of play here at Kagan Stadium. Montoya wins the challenge here. She's streaking forward to the edge of the 18. A beautiful ball played to Doms. Doms smothered by 2 defenders. Stanford just can't quite create a shot. Kelly Pagador on the far side with the ball at her feet. A big cross towards the back of the 6. A really strong foot of Abby Grubel sending that one in from way, way outside. As time has worn on in this game here at Kagan Stadium, Cal Poly has struggled to get some offense going. Early on, they had a couple of dangerous chances on balls played forward. However, they haven't really been able to connect passes and maintain possession as the game has worn on. I spoke too soon. A dangerous ball played forward. Just kept away. Avani Brandt able to use her body to shield and get possession of that ball. Well defended by Brandt and Evans in those center back positions. The freshman Jasmine Ike is spaced towards the 18. A beautiful ball to Kosmeyer. Just off her foot, she can't quite control it. Mackenzie Samuel will pick up the dribbler. Good idea by Jasmine Ike. Kosmeyer just couldn't quite get a handle on it. A big punt forward. Leontini at that midfield position, streaking forward. Leontini looking to go herself, and she's bumped off the ball. Mustangs go the other way. On that far side, Lieber, the freshman Big West Offensive Player of the Week. Can't get anything going. Grubel with lots of space as she approaches the right side. Montoya now with some space to take her defender one-on-one. Back to Grubel. Grubel to Kosmeyer. Kosmeyer, beautiful one-touch pass back to Grubel. Grubel swinging one in on her right foot. Doms keeps it in play. The whistle is blown. It will be a Cal Poly free kick going the other way. A nice little wall pass on that last possession by freshman Lumi Kosmeyer playing up top. That's exactly what you want from a player in that striker position. Playing those little one-touch passes. She does really well playing with her back to goal. She's strong on the ball, so when you play that entry pass forward, Kosmeyer is able to hold on to it, and she also is able to pick out the right times to play quickly off her foot, like we just saw with that one-touch pass, to get one of her teammates forward and into a dangerous scoring position. Ike challenging on that last one, and she'll pick up the second ball. This is Brandt, swings it over to Elise Evans. The Cardinal now switching fields, and they'll swing it back to the right flank as their defense maintains possession. Kitahara now with space. Kitahara pointing to Montoya, saying, make that overlapping run. Here comes Montoya. Montoya, a slotted ball back across the 6. No one from Stanford can quite get there. They're still battling, though, around the 18. Grubel hits the deck, and Cal Poly able to clear it away. Stanford doing two things really well. First, maintaining possessions, a lot of really good passing. Also really making some dangerous crosses. As here they come again. Intercepted. Doms can't quite get there. Stanford defense collects it. Haven't been under too much pressure here early on in the second half as we approach the 53rd minute mark. Stanford on top, 2-0. Big ball forward by Leontini. Just a little bit too much on that one. Samuel will collect. Stanford doing a good job of really connecting, finding feet, passing in the middle and attacking third. They're also doing an excellent job of using the flanks, taking advantage of that space out wide, drawing their defenders out, and then swinging the ball in and looking to find teammates on the cross. The Card also really battling for second and third balls as they've earned several corner kicks, set pieces, and then even in the run of play on some of these crosses. Here they come again, Leontini into the feet of Cal Poly defender Ainsley Connor. Stanford trying to take their time, be patient in their attack. Trying to create some space and some openings. Ball swung across the 6 again. Collected by Annette Greenlee. The Mustangs able to clear it away. They look to counter. Cal Poly maintaining possession. Miley Smith running that last one down. But it's another turnover in a dangerous position. Kitahara now in the attacking third. Kitahara to Montoya. Montoya across to Leontini. Her touch is just too big. She's smothered by defenders. She could have kept that a little bit closer to her. She might have been able to get a shot off or potentially a pass. Here come the Mustangs with a little bit of space. Kate Reedy looking for a teammate. Just can't connect. The junior goalkeeper, Ryan Campbell, plays it at her feet, eventually picking it up for the Card. The throw out to Evans. The Card now looking to get forward. Doms with a really impressive and explosive cut onto her left foot, but the shot is way off target. Doms with a little bit of a slow start to her season. It's surprising that this Cardinal team is 4 players with a brace, and Doms isn't one of them. However, expect to see her make an impact on the score sheet as this season goes on. She surely will be putting some balls in the back of the net as the Card approach conference play. Doms has played and started all 4 games for the Cardinal. She has 3 points on 1 goal and 1 assist. We've seen in this match, she's been so close to getting on the end of several balls or to finishing. She just hasn't quite put one in the back of the net. Kitahara now on the throw. Speaking of Doms, Doms on the outside of the 18. Doms on her right foot, looking to create some space. Well played by Emma Brown for the Cal Poly defense. However, the Cardinal not giving up on this possession, continuing to battle. And we have a push. Ivani Brandt called for the foul, and Cal Poly will get a free kick. Ivani Brandt, the sophomore, who really solidified herself on the back line as a freshman, appearing in all 19 matches, starting 16, notching 1 assist, named to the Pac-12 All-Freshman team as well. Brandt and Evans have looked solid here today. Some space in the midfield now for Cal Poly. Can they connect passes and find some feet? Throughout the match, though, they've been able to connect passes in the midfield, just not get anything forward into one of their attacking players, as we just saw a turnover. And here come the Card again. A nice turn there by Doms to find Kitahara on this right side. Kitahara with space out to Montoya. Cuts it back to her left foot, finds Kitahara again. Kitahara sends the ball across. It's a nice idea, looking for the head of Leontini, who leaps and just can't quite make the connection. Cleared away by Cal Poly. A tough little collision there at midfield. It looked like Ike was just going for the loose ball. However, she catches the body of number 18, Miley Smith, it looked like, for Cal Poly, who's now on the ground. Hopefully she's okay as we approach the 59th minute here at Kagan Stadium. Stanford leading Cal Poly 2-0. A bit of a tough collision there right in the center circle as Jasmine Ike went up to challenge a 50-50 ball bouncing. Stanford now meeting at midfield, having some discussions about their play, while the Cal Poly trainer looks to attend to Miley Smith, who went down after a tough collision with Jasmine Ike. The Card now retire towards their bench as their players look to grab some water. Good news, it looks like Smith sits up, is able to walk off the field on her own accord. Good to see after just a tough battle there at midfield. Looks like she's holding her side, hopefully nothing serious for Miley Smith, as Madison Demijan will replace her. Number 24, a senior out of Thousand Oaks, California, who plays both defense and forward. Coach Crozier says Demijan has looked really good early in the season. He's impressed with the way she's battled back from a knee surgery that forced her to miss last season. She'll slide in as Miley Smith will retire to the sidelines after a tough collision with Jasmine Ike. Not a bad thing, though, for players on both teams to get just a really quick break for water, as it has been a hot one in the 90s throughout the first 59 minutes of play here at Kagan Stadium. The Cardinal were given the kick there at midfield, but the show of sportsmanship tapped one into Cal Poly to give them back possession. And they look to make something happen in the attack. Cal Poly connecting a couple of passes. Olivia Ortiz trying to find some space. Deflected away. Here come the Mustangs again. A beautiful piece of footwork by LaFay. However, Leontini able to win that ball back. Doms looking forward. Grubel on the left flank. Cuts back to her right foot. Now on the edge of the 18. Well defended by one of the twin towers, as Cal Poly coach Crozier called his outside backs. A big ball swung in towards Kosmeyer, bouncing now towards Doms. Headed away by Cal Poly. These Mustang defenders and midfielders really playing some tough defense, as they've been able to hold Stanford to just 2 goals while they've had a lot of possession. Streaking forward is Ike, a collision in the box. The whistle is blown and the official indicating a penalty kick for the Cardinal. Maya Doms, the senior captain, immediately stepping forward. Ike did well to really put some pressure on those Cal Poly defenders by just getting forward quickly with the ball at her foot. Maya Doms, the sensational senior, standing over this penalty kick for the Card. Doms puts it in. Low and away for Maya Doms, her second goal on the season. The senior captain puts the Cardinal up 3-0 here in the 60th minute on the farm. The work put in by freshman Jasmine Ike, who was streaking forward at the edge of the 18, really forcing the Cal Poly defenders into a tough position. She gets bumped. And on the penalty kick, Maya Doms makes it look easy, putting it low and away with her right foot. The Stanford Cardinal take a 3-0 lead over the Cal Poly Mustangs here at Kagan Stadium. In the 60th minute, Maya Doms putting away her second goal of the season. A lot of credit has to go to these Stanford freshmen, really showing why they belong here on the farm. Lumi Kosmeyer, Ali Montoya, Jasmine Ike getting a lot of time here in the second half and making a lot of critical plays in the midfield and forward. Then you also have Elise Evans holding down the Stanford defense at that center back position, also scoring her first collegiate goal here on the farm in the 41st minute. Look at the composure by Evans on that last play. She can't quite connect with Grubel, however, you saw her getting some pressure from that Cal Poly forward, number 24, Madison Demijean. And Evans makes it look easy, the little cut. And right around that forward who's crashing hard. There we go, she's able to find the feet of Grubel on that left flank. Grubel with a little move of her own finds Kosmeyer. Kosmeyer now looking for space across to Ike. Ike looking to find Leontini making the run forward. Cal Poly looking to counterattack, a ball played forward. Easily collected, no problem for Kelly Pagador, playing it back to her goalkeeper, Ryan Campbell. Andrea Kitahada, once again with a fancy footwork. A little scissors move to throw off her defender. Here comes Doms, Doms with space, Doms on the left side. A little ball out to Pagador. Pagador taking her defender one-on-one. She's able to earn a throw-in for the Card. And we have a series of substitutions coming up for Stanford. It's like a hockey line change over there on the sidelines for the Cardinal, as it looks like we may have about 7 substitutions, 6 or 7 coming on for the Cardinal. Catherine Paulson returns to the game. Sierra Engie, Naya Harrison, Amy Sayer, just a slew of subs for the Card. Coach Ratcliffe said he really is looking to use this pre-conference time to really evaluate a lot of his young players or players who haven't gotten a lot of game action. He says this is a great opportunity to try to really give everyone some game time. And he stayed true to his word here. Engie back in the game. The senior captain finding Samantha Williams out wide. Williams back to Harrison. Tries to get one in the box. Williams again. Beautiful fake by Duong, and a great shot by Amy Sayer, saved once again by Mackenzie Samuel. Here we have Doms on that penalty kick that put the Cardinal up 3-0. She made it look so easy with her right foot. Here we have number 23, Nia Harrison, the sophomore defender, battling on that last ball, able to earn the corner kick. Not the corner kick, the throw-in, rather. Harrison just entering the match for the first time for the Card. She's been a reserve on the back line for Stanford out of San Diego, California. And in fact, her first career goal came against San Diego State last season. A lot of new faces here in the second half. Madison Eisen on the ball at the center back position, number 22, who you just saw play the ball across to Elise Evans. Eisen out of Rockland, California, senior defender and forward. Stanford staying patient here in the second half as we approach the 67th minute here. Swinging the ball around the back, just looking incredibly composed. Coach Ratcliffe said the identity of this team is playing attractive possession-style soccer. And attractive is exactly what the Card have been through the first 67 minutes of play here at Kagan Stadium. Katie Duong trying to run down that ball and keep it in play. She's unable to do so. Samuel will stand over the goal kick. And we have a substitution for Cal Poly. Brennan Cole coming in, replacing Kate Reedy. Cal Poly will really need to get on their horse to get on the board here in the second half. Williams on the right side. Williams with two defenders on her, showing incredible speed, but that ball just flicked away by number 15, Megan Hansen, for that Cal Poly defense. Stanford now with a total of 24 shots in today's match, creating 6 corner kicks. Mackenzie Samuel really with an outstanding effort in goal for the Mustangs, making 12 saves, several really difficult ones. Here comes Eisen, finds Harrison on the right flank. Harrison to Sayer, able to just barely keep possession. Evans still in the game, has yet to come out for the Card. And a beautiful ball played forward. Can Williams run it down? She's got incredible speed. And a nice piece of hustle by Samantha Williams, running that ball down and forcing another corner kick for the Card. Williams has such incredible pace playing in that right wing. One of 2 players to lead the Card in points in this young season. Duong over the corner kick, drives it in right about to the penalty spot. A pair of headers off the crossbar for the Cardinal. And another ball swung into Grubel. Grubel with space, and it's in. Abby Grubel puts one in the back of the net as the Cardinal go up 4-0. Or rather, Catherine Paulson it was on that far side. A nice look by Harrison. Paulson wide open. Not a defender anywhere near her. Those Cal Poly defenders have to do a better job of marking. Paulson had so much space, so much time, able to put that one away without a lot of real pressure on her. The Cardinal have done such a good job through this game of once again continuing to pressure on those second, third, fourth chances we saw in that last corner kick. Once again, several deflections in the box. The ball gets worked back out, sent back in. Good vision on that last goal by number 23, Nia Harrison, to see Paulson wide open on that far side. Freshman Logan Smith back into the game for the Cardinal. Stanford maintaining possession in the middle third. Paulson, excellent work to keep that ball in play. It looked like Madison Eisen just put way too much on it. It flies over the defenders. Paulson does exactly what you want to do in that position. Just look to flick it across goal. Don't do too much, just get a touch to keep it in play and potentially put it in a dangerous spot for a teammate to run onto it. Logan Smith battling. Looks to find the feet of Paulson, but it's deflected away. Cal Poly just struggling to maintain any type of possession in this second half. You saw Montserrat Hernandez Marquez had the ball at her feet just a moment ago, looking for a teammate. She stepped on it, looked left, looked right, looked back. She can't find anyone open. The Mustangs have got to do a better job of moving off the ball and then finding each other's feet with quick 1-2 touch passes in order to break down this Cardinal team. Otherwise, Stanford marking tight, stepping in on any of those passes they're making right now. Here's some space for Cal Poly to make something happen. Brennan Cole on the ball. And it will be a Cardinal throw-in. Kelly Pagador, it looked like was standing over the throw. And we're going to take a second half hydration break. Rather, the players are, not me. 72nd minute here at Kagan Stadium. Stanford leads Cal Poly 4-0 as both teams will retire towards their benches to get a quick sip of water. And Stanford been getting busy here in the second half. Getting on the end of a couple balls here. Jasmine Ike, the freshman, does well to really streak forward and force those two defenders to make a tough play, which ultimately leads to a penalty kick. The senior sensation forward Maya Doms, the player standing over that PK. And she finishes that one with ease. Doms does well to pick her spot, keep the ball on the ground, low and away into that side netting. Here was another close call off a corner kick. Elise Evans in that same spot again, inside the 6. She was able to score in the first half on almost the exact same play. And then here a nice finish by Paulson, number 11, Catherine Paulson rather, because her twin sister is also on the team. Catherine Paulson wide open. Nia Harrison really with some great vision as she sent that ball forward right onto the foot of Paulson, who put it away. And that's actually the second goal on the season for number 11, Catherine Paulson, the redshirt sophomore out of Los Altos, California, just up the road. Went to St. Francis High School in Mountain View. Paulson's first goal of the season came against Santa Barbara just over a week ago. Her twin sister, Sarah, also on the team. Paulson, one of many players on this Stanford side from the Los Altos Mountain View area. A lot of these players competing for the Mountain View Los Altos Soccer Club, especially a number of the freshmen. Coach Ratcliffe said that's just a testament to how strong the prep and youth soccer programs are here in Northern California. Coach Ratcliffe said it is a little bit unique. They have a lot of local players on this year's roster. Just a testament to how strong the youth soccer scene is here in the Bay Area. Ratcliffe said it's also a lot of fun because a lot of these players' parents are able to come out to matches, be here on hand to watch this team. Also, many of these young ladies familiar with each other from club or high school play. Really helps build a cohesiveness and comfortability amongst the Stanford roster. Elise Evans now swinging it around the back line for Stanford. Eisen looking forward. She'll go back the other way. Good entry pass into Paulson. Paulson will turn, looking to make something happen. Ball swung in by Pagador, right into the feet of a Cal Poly defender. Logan Smith trying to get something on goal. She's bumped, just a little bit bumped off, unable to get a really crystal clear strike on that ball. Stanford leading 4-0 in today's match against Cal Poly as we approach the 75th minute. Harrison battling in that attacking third. Harrison playing a little ball on the flank. Angie swinging it to Evans. A nice find by Angie to Harrison. Harrison to Smith. Smith looking for the give and go, and a good idea. Well read by the Cal Poly defense. And Stanford will reset and swing it through their back line once again. Lots of space here for Elise Evans to really get up into that midfield third. Paulson to Williams. Williams back to Paulson. Stanford looking to see if they can get a shot off. Aki Yuasa on the ball just a minute ago. Nice one touch from Paulson to Smith. Smith trying to get the cross off. Deflected into the hands of Cal Poly goalkeeper Mackenzie Samuel. Samuel opts to just roll it out and reset on the ground. The Mustangs really struggling to get anything going in the attack. Also because their forwards are struggling to hold on to the ball in that last distribution. Maddie Demijohn just bumped off the ball. Smith looks for the cross. Just can't quite get it on frame. Amy Sayer with the try. Paulson Or rather, Smith does a nice job just slotting it back. When you get to the end line, that's exactly what you want to do. Too tough of an angle to take a shot yourself. Slot it back to a teammate. She tries to find Amy Sayer. Sayer's just marked pretty tightly by a defender there. And Samuels once again in the right spot to make the save. After today's match, the Card will go on a road trip to Chicago. They've got a tough set of 2 more non-conference matches on the road coming up next weekend, facing Northwestern and DePaul in the Windy City. Ratcliffe is really hoping to use these last couple matches before conference play as tune-ups for what they can expect in the Pac-12, a really, really loaded Pac-12 this season. However, confidence is high for this Stanford squad after defeating the Penn State Nittany Lions on Thursday 2-0. It was Stanford's first win over a top 10 opponent since 2019. The Nittany Lions ranked 8th nationally right now, while the Cardinal are 12th. Ball sent forward, cleared away and out of bounds by Ainsley Connor for the Mustangs. And we have another substitution for the Cardinal. The freshman Elise Evans finally retires to the sidelines after an impressive effort and her first collegiate goal here on the farm. Ivani Brandt back into the center back position, replacing Evans. Evans is a player Coach Ratcliffe said is so hard to take off the field because of what an excellent job she does at that center back position and how critical she is for the Stanford back line. Ball swung in, a dangerous spot, batted away off the paw of Mackenzie Samuel. Stanford with a throw right next to the corner. Sayer, showing some skill, does well to hold the ball, tries to find Paulson, and Paulson does it again! Wow! What an effort from Catherine Paulson with the brace here on the farm. It looks like that must have been an offsides call from the official. Paulson's potential brace called back, unfortunately, for the Card. If she had gotten the brace, that would be the 5th Cardinal player. And here they have some space once again. Sayer showing some frustration after she's not able to get the shot off in time. If Paulson had gotten the brace, or if she does here in the final 10 minutes of action, she would be the 5th Cardinal player in 5 games to get a brace. Just so impressive from this Cardinal attack. Duong on the corner, swung into the near side of the 6, deflected away. Harrison with some space on the right side to send a ball right back in towards the back of the 6, bouncing. Smith trying to get on the end of it. And well played by Samuel to collect that ball and snuff out that Cardinal attack. Once again, those corner kicks really been a catalyst for this Stanford offense to create scoring chances because they do such a good job of running down every single ball, continuing to serve balls back in on the 2nd or even 3rd reboot. Samuel did well to be strong off her line and come out and grab that bouncing ball in the box. The Stanford Cardinal leading 4-0 in the 81st minute as they face the Cal Poly Mustangs. 28 shots for the Card in today's match. Smith does well to shield her defender. Back to Sayer. Sayer just a little mistouch with her left foot, gets away from her. Samuel off her line to collect that ball. And Cal Poly will reset. Looking to get forward, and it's another turnover. The Mustangs just can't get the ball out of their defensive third. Nice touch by Angie. Angie looking forward to Paulson. Paulson streaking on the left flank. Paulson steps on it, keeps it in play, sends one into the 6. Several Stanford players jumping to get the header. Katie Duong, I think, got a piece of it. Gave Paulson the thumbs up. Good cross. Just couldn't quite get her body in position to really drive that ball off her head towards frame. Smith turns, Smith with space. Smith slots it into Harrison. Harrison on her right foot. A sliding effort from Cal Poly defender Brennan Cole. Some shouting from the fans in attendance here at Kagan Stadium. They wanted a whistle. The official going to wave it off and call a corner kick rather than any type of penalty for the Card. Smith jogging over for the short corner option as Duong stands over this one. Duong's ball driven in, back of the 6. Several Stanford players there, bouncing ball in the box, deflected. It'll still be in play. And rolls out to the sidelines for a Stanford throw-in. Harrison, once again with a lot of space to drive a ball in. A beautiful ball to Paulson. A diving save by Samuel to keep that one out of the net. Another look. Number 32, Aki Iwasa. Bouncing ball, goes out of bounds. Logan Smith plays the throw to Harrison, who just has loads of time. Harrison with an excellent cross right onto the head of Catherine Paulson. Harrison does well to drive that ball in, play it in the perfect spot for Paulson to be able to run onto it and really strike that ball on frame with her head. Wow, what an effort by Cal Poly goalkeeper Mackenzie Samuel. 14 saves in today's match. I know the scoreboard doesn't necessarily show it, however, Samuel really putting in an impressive effort in this game. Always frustrating for a keeper when you give up 2, 3, 4 goals, but she should walk out of here with her head high because Samuel has made some really great saves. Cal Poly also with a tough schedule ahead as they approach their conference play, looking to make something happen here on the edge of the 18. Ball played forward. Ryan Campbell comes out to collect it. Little touch with her feet before scooping it up. Cal Poly heads to Gonzaga for a match on September 8th, and then they will play Pac-12 foe Washington State a week from today. Head coach Alex Crozier said he knows they have a really tough non-conference schedule, but that's exactly the way he wants it. He says, and we have a shot, and it's in! Cal Poly on the board here at Kagan Stadium.
Give me a shirt! Give me a shirt!
Ryan Campbell comes out to smother it. However, number 24, Madison Demijohn, continues to fight and is able to bury that ball. An incredible effort by Demijohn to continue to stay with it. She doesn't give up. Puts Cal Poly on the board in the 86th minute. A lot of credit to this Cal Poly offense for continuing to fight and continuing to battle, trying to make something happen in this 86th minute. They trail now 4-1. Here comes Logan Smith with space on the right side. Tries to cut, unsuccessful. The boot forward. Cal Poly can't gather it though. Harrison, again with time, will reset as she sends it back to Brandt. But Brandt will give it right back to her. That Stanford defense has to be really careful about communicating. Looked like a little bit of a miscommunication on that last goal that allowed Demijohn to just break through for a one-on-one chance against goalkeeper Ryan Campbell. Paulson looking to swing one in, deflected away. Take a look at that goal. Number 24, Madison Demijohn, had so much space there at the top of the box. The Stanford defense cannot have that. There seems to be a miscommunication. Who's marking her? Who's guarding her? Everyone looking a different direction. No one with eyes on her, and she was able to just cut it straight forward towards goal, putting keeper Ryan Campbell in a tough spot. Cal Poly with one shot in today's match, and they're able to convert. Kaylee Button, a freshman out of Ventura, California, now entering the match for the Mustangs. And the Cardinal continue their attack. Logan Smith in the corner once again. Smith sends a ball across, near side on the top of the 6. Headed away, but Stanford maintains possession. Eventually cleared away, but it looks like Aki Iwasa may have tipped it. And it will be called for a Stanford throw-in. Sayer, nice ball drop back to Duong. Duong to Paulson. Her shot is deflected away. Mustangs still not out of pressure though. Sayer with the ball at her feet. Sayer to Duong again. Duong sends it right back wide to Smith. Flag is up though. That will be called for a throw-in for Cal Poly. And we are approaching the final buzzer here at Kagan Stadium. Stanford leading Cal Poly 4-1 in the 89th minute.
There is 1 minute remaining in the second half.
The final minute here at Kagan Stadium in today's match between the Stanford Cardinal and the Cal Poly Mustangs. Can Stanford add on one more? Ball sent into the box, right around the penalty area, cleared away. Brandt sends it right back in. Ball bouncing, fluttering in the air, and there will be a whistle. One of the Mustang defenders down. Number 22, Ansley Connor, on the ground right around the penalty area. A tough battle on that last free kick, a lot of bodies flying inside of the 18. Looks like she may have gotten a bump. Ansley Connor slowly being helped up by her teammates, Emma Brown and keeper Mackenzie Samuel, helping her walk off the pitch. Hopefully Connor is all right after a tough challenge inside the 18. Number 14, Kate Reedy, will re-enter the match, replacing Connor as she is helped off the field now by the team's trainer. Cal Poly really with a valiant effort here on the farm today. Those defenders have been under pressure all game long, and they have not stopped fighting, as we see another physical play here around midfield. Whistle is blown. The call against McKenna Carbon. The official signals to reset. As the final seconds tick down here at Kagan Stadium, another ball played forward by Brandt into a dangerous position. Headed away as the final buzzer sounds. The 12th ranked Stanford Cardinal coming out on top here on the farm as they improve to 5-0 on the young season, defeating Cal Poly 4-1. A really impressive showing by this Card offense, once again getting contributions from so many different players. Abby Grubel putting Stanford on the board first in the 12th minute. Elise Evans earning her first collegiate goal in the 41st minute off the assist from Katie Duong. The senior sensation Maya Doms is able to convert on a penalty kick in the 60th minute, and then Catherine Paulson off the cross from Naya Harrison just pours it on for Stanford as they went up 4-0, eventually going on to win this match 4-1. However, this Cal Poly team did not stop fighting. Demijohn gets them on the board in the 86th minute off a miscommunication by the Cardinal defenders. And that'll do it for us here at Kagan Stadium. The Stanford Cardinal coming out on top 4-1. They improved to 5-0 on the season as they head to Chicago for a 2-game road trip coming up this week. For all of us here at the Pac-12 Network, this is Kylan Mills. So glad to have you with us. We'll see you back here next time.